ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत् व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय मृत्यवे ब्रह्मविद्याचार्याय नचिकेतसे च we have completed the last mantra of the last valli of the last chapter, that is second chapter, third valli, 18th mantra. With that mantra the Upanishad is concluded. And here the Bhashyakara, he writes the commentary on Sahana Bhavatu, which we discussed, which we saw in detail in the beginning itself. Not with Bhashyam, not with the Bhashyam, we will see Sahana Bhavatu Bhashyam. We will read the Sangati. शिष्टाचार्ययोगो शिष्य आचार्ययोगो
शिष्य आचार्ययोः
प्रमादकृत न्यायेन
प्रमादकृतान्यायेन
विद्याग्रहण प्रतिपादन
निमित्त
दोष
प्रशमनार्थेयं
शांतिः उच्यते।
शान्तिः उच्यते।
प्रमादकृता न्यायेन, Shantihi is Strilinga, therefore everything is Strilinga. Shishyacharyayoho, Pramadakrita Nyayena, Vidyagragana Pratipadana, Nimitta Dosha Prashamanartha, Yam Shantihi Uchyate. Sandhi, splitting the Sandhi. You get this sentence. Now, Uchyate. Ka Uchyate. Shantihi Uchyate. Shanti is Shantipatha. Kaṭhopaniṣat is in Krishna Yajurveda. So Krishna Yajurveda as a Shantipatha, Sahanavavatu Shantipatha. So Shantihi Uchyate. Kimartam Yam Shanti Uchyate. Kimartam Vidya Grahana Pratipadana Nimitta Dosha Prashamanartha. Yam Shanti Uchyate. Vidya Grahana. Vidyayaha Grahanam. Vidya Grahanam. Shashti Tatpurusha Samasa. Receiving the knowledge. Grahanam. Grah Dhatu. Grahanam is receiving, grasping, receiving. Receiving the knowledge. Vidya. Brahma Vidya. So Brahma Vidya Grahana. Grahana Pratipadana. Pratipadana Nimitta. Vidya Grahana Pratipadana Nimitta. Nimitta Dosha Prashamanarte. Prashamanartha it is. Not it is Prashamanartha plus Yam Prashamanarte. Yam it would be. Dosha Prashamanartham. Dosha means defects. For the removal of the defects. What defects? It is not deliberately created. It happens inadvertently. That is the mistake or the deficiency. That could be on the part of the teacher or could be on the part of the student or both of them. Therefore, Shishya Acharya Yogo. Pramada is negligence, not deliberately. Not deliberately. Therefore, Pramada Krita Nyayena, either in the receiving of the teaching by the student, that is Vidya Grahana, or on the side of the teacher in revealing the teaching. Pratipadana. Vidya Grahana, Vidya Pratipadana. You have to take like that. Vidyayaha Grahanam, Vidya Grahanam. That is on the part of the Shishya. Vidyayaha Pratipadana. That is on the part of the teacher. Who is the giver? Giver is the Acharya. Therefore, Vidyayaha Pratipadanam, Vidya Pratipadanam. The receiver is Shishya. He is a receiver. Therefore, Vidyayaha Grahanam, Vidya Grahanam, the reception, the receiving of the knowledge by the student, and the revelation, and the presentation, and the teaching of the knowledge by the teacher. There could be any inadvertent deficiency, defects during the occasion of the presentation and the reception. Presentation on the part of the teacher and the reception on the part of the student. Nimitta dosha, dosha prashamanartham, for dosha prashamanartha, for removing the defects, the dosha. Yam shantihi, this shantihi is uchyate. This shanti is being told to nullify the defects caused due to the presentation of the teaching on the part of the teacher, as well as the reception of the teaching on the part of the student, and the dosha because of the pramada, negligence, oversight. Pramada is oversight. Teacher could have overlooked, or the student would have overlooked. Certain places we may not have done sufficient vichara where it has to be done, not deliberately done by mistake. So, for the Prashamanartha, yam shantihi uchyate. That dosha should not be there, or for the protection of teacher as well as the shishya, the protection in terms of transferring the knowledge. The teacher should be communicable. The teacher also should be endowed with all the qualities, the communication qualities, as well as he must also have the Meda Shakti to present the teaching by bringing in the quotes from other text, Gita, other Upanishads, so that student can connect and understand. So the teacher also requires that Shakti. And of course, on the part of the student also, it is required Medha Shakti. What has been taught in the previous class, that should be remembered. Assuming that the student may not remember, that is why an introduction is given in the beginning of the every class, what we had seen in the previous class. This will not be given if you study traditionally. The traditional teachers, what they do, what the student had been taught today, the next day the student has to come and present to the teacher what he had taught and what he had understood. His understanding he has to present. Then only he will proceed further. No notes taking. He should not take notes, no recording, nothing. Whatever has been taught, he has to understand it clearly. He is allowed to ask questions. All these things are allowed. But that shows the commitment on the part of the student. So this Shanti is chanted for the removal of this possible defects. Possible defects that could be on the part of the teacher as well as on the part of the student. Let us chant this Shanti Pata. Swara not there, but we know the Swara. Om Sahana Vavatu.
Om Sahana Vavatu.
Sahanau Bhunaktu.
Sahanau Bhunaktu.
Sahaviryam Karavavahai.
Sahaviryam Kravavahai.
Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai.
Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Bhashyam we will read. Saha nau avam.
Sahanau avam.
Avam, it is now plus avam. Now plus avam will be now avam. Navavam is you have to split. Saha now will become what is Sandhi? Now will become now.
Ayadi
Saha now avam avatu
tu
alaya पालयतु
पालयतु
विद्यास्वरूपप्रकाशनेन
विद्यास्वरूपप्रकाशनेन
yes this saha now avatu sahana bhavatu the saha you can split that saha is not avyaya. Take it as avyaya together, that is one meaning, that possible, that is one possible. Or you can split saha as separate word. Saha, ha is article. Certainly, indeed, that ha. So you can take like that. You can split sa, that is saha, then ha. Ha is a particle. Avyayam. So saha, sarvama shabda. Tat shabdasya pratama vibhakti ekavachana rupam saha. Kaha. Saha now is asmat shabda. Aham avamayam mama avam now, that now dvitiya vibhakti vibhachan, it is a karma. Saha now, another form is avam avatu rakshatu palayatu. Kaha saha, that is said in the next line. Saha is Ishvara. May the Lord avatu rakshatu. We saw yesterday, avatu rakshatu iti palayatu, protect. May the Lord protect both of us. Who are those both? Shishya and Acharya. So Shishyacharyau avatu. Now avam Shishyacharyau saha Ishvaraha avatu palayatu. Kimartam, for what purpose? Why Bhagavan should protect? Vidya Swarupa Prakashanena. Vidya Swarupa Prakashanena. May the Lord protect both the teacher and the student by Vidya Swarupa, by revealing Prakasha, by revealing Prakashanena. Prakashanena, by revealing the Swarupa, the nature of Vidya. By revealing the Swarupa, the nature of Vidya. So this Vidya, the knowledge, protects. Therefore, by revealing the Vidya, by knowing this Vidya, understanding this Vidya, may one understand this Vidya, and the understanding of the Vidya protect both of us. That is the idea. So, that is, this Vidya may protect both the teacher and the student by removing all the deficiencies which could be there. All the deficiency on the part of the teacher as well as the teacher, on the part of the student as well as the teacher. So, let the Vidya be revealed in its form, original form, pristine form, Swarupa, in its nature, so that knowledge only really protects. What really protects is knowledge. So, let there be the protection, but let Bhagavan bless us by giving the blessing in the form of the protection by the revelation of this Vidya, the knowledge, to both the teacher as well as the student. The teacher as well as the student, both of them be protected by this knowledge. That is it. Vidya Swarupa Prakashanena. What really protects a person is this knowledge. What security? You talk about security. The real security is this knowledge. Let the knowledge protect both the teacher as well as the student by revealing itself. Who is the protector? Who protects? Saha Avatu, we said. May he protect. Kaha, kaha. Excellent. Saha eva Parameshwaraha.
सः एव परमेश्वरः
Upanishad Prakashitaha.
उपनिषत् प्रकाशितः
So Saha Parameshwaraha. Ha is, as I told it, is particle. Nischayena. Nischayena. Now, that is Avam Shishyacharyav Avatu Vidya Swarupa Prakashanena Palayatu. That Parameshwara, who is Upanishad Prakashitaha. Parameshwara is revealed by the Upanishad. Upanishad reveals Ishvara. May the Lord, who is revealed by the Upanishad, who is Jagat Karanam, the Brahma, Ishvara, who is this Virat, Hiranyagarbha, may he protect. Upanishad Prakashitaha means revealed by the Upanishad. It is revealed. Bhagavan is revealed only by the Upanishad. What is the proof that Bhagavan is there? Upanishad is a pramana. So, Upanishad Prakashitaha Ishvaraha Palayatu, Mam Palayatu. Because he is Dharma, Atitaha. The one who is above Papa Punya, he only can really protect us. Dharma, Atitaha, Ishvaraha Upanishad Prakashitaha, Saha, Avam, Shishyacharyav, Avatu. Katam Vidya Swarupa Prakashanena. Vidya Swarupa Prakashanena Avatu iti. When Tikakara says, in the Sangati Visa Pramadakrita Nyayena, what is that Pramadakrita? Pramada, what could be the Pramada? What could be the negligence? Tikakara says, it's nicely said, that's why I'm saying this. This Anyaya Adhyayanam. That is the Pramada. For the Pramada, it gives a nice explanation. I came across Anyaya Adhyayanam, Guru Pada Upasangranadikam Vina Adhyayanam. That is called Anyaya. Pramadakrita Nyayena is there. Pramadakrita, taking the meaning, another meaning, instead of Nyayena, Anyayena. Our Tikakara takes the meaning, takes the splits that Pramadakrita Nyayena as Pramadakrita Anyayena. So taking, what is Anyayena? What is it Anyaya? Anyaya Adhyayanam. What is it Anyaya Adhyayanam? Nyaya Adhyayanam, Anyaya Adhyayanam. What is Anyaya Adhyayanam? That is Guru Pada Upasangranadikam Vina. Without going to the Guru, without approaching the Guru. Guru Pada means the feet of the Guru. Literally not feet. It means you have to approach the Guru. That is the meaning. In fact, it is Pramadakrita Anyayena, not Nyaya. There is no Nyaya there. Okay, the Sandhi also, it is Pramada Krita Anyayena. You take like that. That is the right one. Please note. Pramadakrita Anyayena. You take Pramadakrita Anyayena. That is the correct one, not Pramadakrita Nyayena. There is no Nyaya. There is no Nyaya for Pramadakrita. So that it's not the right one. You can take Pramadakrita Anyayena. And that Anyaya is explained by the Tikakara. Anyaya Adhyayanam. Anyaya Adhyayanam is without approaching the Guru. Anyaya Adhyapanam. Anyaya Adhyayanam, Anyaya Adhyapanam Shishyasya. Tata Svadhitam Syat, Tata Yatna karane anadaraha. Beautifully Tikakara says, this anyaya adhyayanam is on the part of the student without approaching the guru, adhyayanam of the shastra. That is on the part of the student. Anyaya adhyapanam on the part of the teacher, shishyasya. Yata swadhitam syat tata yatkarane anadaraha. Anyaya adhyapanam on the part of the teacher, as he studied under a teacher, going to the teacher. The same way he also must insist on it's a student, but without that teaching. So that is anyaya. That is not proper. That is not in keeping with the tradition. This is one extra meaning given for the anyaya by the Tikakara. One author. Not Anandagiri, is somebody. So Pramadakrita anyayena. Pramadakrita anyayena nimittat. Okay, this is a side point. Now here, coming back to this. So the Upanishad Prakashitaha Dharma Dharma Atitaha Ishvaraha Mam Palayatu Katam Vidya Swarupa Prakashanena, by revealing the nature of the Vidya, Dharma Vidya. How the revelation of knowledge protect? Knowledge only protects. The real security is knowledge. Therefore, the first avatu of the Shanti Pata tells that knowledge protects. For Vidya to take place, teacher should be communicable. Teacher should have knowledge and communicable, and student also must be able to receive that. So that the knowledge is, the revealed knowledge is received by the Shishya. That is called revelation. The revelation, teacher has got knowledge. Teacher has got knowledge. The knowledge has to be presented to the student in such a way the student understands. Even if the teacher presents, if there is deficiency on the part of the student, he may not understand. Therefore, these are doshas, are there, these defects, for the removal of these defects. Therefore, Vidya Swarupa Prakashanena, for the knowledge to reveal both in the teacher as well as the student, because the knowledge only protects, for that purpose only student has approached the teacher, the real security being knowledge. Therefore, may Ishvara protect by revealing this knowledge. That is, punyam must be there. If the student has pratibandha, in spite of being taught, if pratibandha is there, where important vakya comes in the Upanishad, that time the student's mind is switched off. Or that time he thinks of something else, and the teacher has taught. He has missed that line, important line. So that is because of some papam, pratibandha. So if that is that how can this knowledge prakashanam takes place? So all these are possible. Therefore, only this Shanti Pata is important. So therefore, what is revealed by the Upanishad, that is Ishvara, we are asking that Ishvara itself to protect us. May he reveal himself. May Ishvara reveal. What is that Vidya? It is Brahma Vidya, that is about Ishvara only. May the Lord Ishvara reveal himself by making the teacher capable, communicable, and also making the student receive, grasping without any obstacles on both sides. So therefore, that is why palayatu, avatu. Otherwise, what is a protection here? There are no external problems. There are no, there nothing to get, there is no external, the problem in the form of the, the war or flood or whatever it may be. It is not that there is no external protection. It's all the protection in terms of gaining the knowledge. That is for that only protection. So the meaning of the word, the Kriya Padam, Avattu means protection. When do we ask protection? We ask protection for protecting the body, that is our Upadhi, free from Vyadi, free from diseases, free from any other problems. Rakshatu, Mam Rakshatu, protect the body, protect the Indriyas. But here the Avattu is not for the protection of this Upadhi. It is the protection in the sense of making this knowledge manifest, reveal as it is. That is a protection. So it is not protection in the normal sense. Generally, protect means we ask protection from the enemies, protection from the thieves. That is not a protection here. Here, the protection is in terms of manifestation of the Swarupa of this Vidya, Brahma Vidya, which is Upanishad Prakashitaha, revealed by the Upanishads. Then the next line, Kincha
Kincha
Sahanau Bhunaktu
Sahanau Bhunaktu
Tatpala Prakashanena
Tatpala Prakashanena
Palayatu
Palayatu
Kincha Sahanau Bhunaktu. Bhunaktu is Bujudatu. Bujudatu, Bujudatu is Ubepati Dhatu. So if it is Atmanipadi, Bhuja Anavane, not in the sense of protection, that is, in the sense of eating, it would be in Atmanipadi. Here it is Parasmipadi. Therefore, it is in the sense of protection. Bhunaktu. Already protection, may the Lord protect, we have asked for. Sagana Vavatu. One more time, Sahana Bhunaktu. Bhunaktu means protect. Incha Sahana. Here we can take Saha as Saha, as an one word, Avya, together. Because Saha already, the Saha, we have taken the first line, Saha Ishvaraha. The Saha will apply for all the lines. Saha Ishvaraha Parameshvaraha. Now Saha. Now Saha. Saha now. Saha now means along with both of us. Saha together. That is both the teacher. Saha now. The teacher as both of us, Saha. Both of us together. Teacher and the student together. Bhunaktu. Bhunaktu is again Palayatu, protect. One more protect. First protection for Vidya Swarupa Prakashana. Why the second protection? That is for Tatpala Prakashanena. Tatpala Prakashanena is Phala Prakasha. Phala of what? Tat is referring to the Vidya. So Vidya Phala. Vidyayaha Phala Prakashana. Vidya Phala Prakashanena. By revealing the result of this Vidya. The first protection for revealing the nature of Vidya. Vidya Swarupa Prakashanena. The second protection, that is Bhunaktu, meaning Palayatu, it is for gaining the result of this Vidya. Knowledge is the knowledge has to be manifested in one's life. Then only the knowledge is a knowledge. If it is only in the book, if it is only in the Upanishad, then it becomes an academic knowledge. Knowledge without the result manifesting in your life. But this knowledge, this Brahma Vidya, that is not knowledge at all. If the knowledge is Pratibandhaka knowledge, Jnanam, Pratibandhaka Vidya, if Vidya is, the knowledge is with Pratibandha, then it is equivalent to Ajnanam only. The knowledge has to manifest in your transaction, in your daily life. Therefore, tat pala prakashanena. What is the purpose of studying Shastram? The purpose of studying Shastram is to know the Brahma, which is the ultimate security, so that we remain, so that we know our Swarupa to be secured. Swarupa to be secured, that is, we don't need any other security. Already we are secure, therefore we will not be going after in search of security. We are already secured. We are already what we are, already Purnam. There is nothing to be gained. This is a jnanam. This is the palam. This palam has to be revealed. Pala prakashana. For this pala prakashana, there are obstacles. That is why nididhyasanam is suggested. After Shravanam, Mananam, then nididhyasanam. Mananam for samshaya, for the removal of the samshayas, for the removal of the vagueness, the doubts. Nididhyasanam, otherwise called jnananishta, is to remove all the viparyaya, all the habitual, the orientation. Then only the knowledge, we stay in that knowledge. Then only the knowledge is available for us all the time, so that we are not carried over by the situations of the transactory world, the world when we do transaction. We cannot have two personalities. In the class, one personality, in the world, another personality. What is learned, what is studied, what is revealed by the Shastram, what knowledge we gain, that has to be extended throughout. Whether whichever place or whichever the situation we are, that knowledge must be available. It must be available for application. Then only it is knowledge. The knowledge, if it is not applied, if it is only in the form of a theory in the book, what is the use of that knowledge? Therefore, palam. What is the purpose of studying Upanishad? What is the purpose of studying Shastram? Purpose of studying Shastram is to remain in, is to exhibit the palam of this jnanam in the form of dvandvatito vimatsaraha yadricha labha santushtaha, as we saw in the Gita, not touched by sukha dukkha, shita ushna, labha alabha, this janma marana, not worried about by this maranam or janma, not carried over by the pain or pleasures, having the samatvam. All the Tata Prajna Lakshana been talked about, one has to exhibit those qualities, those characteristics. That is Pala Prakasha. That is why Arjuna also asked, Kimasita, Katam Vrajeta. Why should he ask? How would be the Sata Prajna behave? It means in Sata Prajna you can see the result of this jnanam. In Sata Prajna, this jnanam is, the exhibition of this jnanam is very clearly seen. We also want to be like that. Therefore, for that, whatever the pratibandhas are there, in whichever form, that has to be removed. Therefore, for the removal of that, palayatu, mam palayatu, avam palayatu, tat pala prakashanena. So, pala prakashanena. What is the palam on the part of the teacher? Tat pala prakashanena, now palayatu. The palam on the part of the teacher, the palam on the part of the student, the vidya palam, tat palam. The teacher has, the student has to emulate, the student has to exhibit the vidya palam, and the teacher has to see the palam in the student, so that the teacher gets the satisfaction of having given the teaching completely. that satisfaction on the part of the teacher and the exhibition of this knowledge, the grasping of this knowledge very clearly, without any doubt, on the part of the student, that is the pala prakashana. So, Vidyaswarupa prakashanena avam avatu palayatu. That is the first avatu. The second avatu is for tat pala prakashanena, Vidyapala prakashanena. That Vidya must fructify. The Vidya must fructify. Any Vidya must fructify. If it is not fructified, then it is only academic knowledge, theoretical knowledge. With the theory, what can we do? The theory, the knowledge at the theoretical level, it's of no use. In fact, here there is no theory and practice. It is knowledge is knowledge. So it is not just like any other knowledge, one more knowledge, what we add to our qualification. This knowledge is only for knowing and exhibiting. You can exhibit it only when you know. So the grasping, the understanding, if this knowledge is for the manifestation of the result of this knowledge. What is the result of this knowledge? In what form it manifests? Which is very, very clearly presented in the Gita and the Sata Pragya. How a jnani would be. You would be a jnani. A jnani is the only sane person. In the world, who is a sane person? If it is us, a jnani. All the other people they are after something, they run after something. But jnani, he remains with himself, knowing the swarupa of himself to be that which is free from any deficiency, any defects. It is purnam. That is a palam. That has to be manifested. So that is a prakashanam. So prakashanena me the Ishvara, Parameshwaraha, Upanishad prakashitaha Ishvaraha mam palayatu. That is the second palayatu. Second avatu. Bunaktu is palayatu. Ishvara bunaktu. Then the next line. Saha eva avam
सह एव आवां
vidyakritam
विद्याकृतं
वीर्यं
वीर्यं
सामर्थ्यं
सामर्थ्यं
करवावहै
करवावहै
निष्पादयावहै
निष्पादयावहै
सह एव आवाम eva, both of us, along with both of us together, karavavahai, may we accomplish, both of us, that is Shishya and Acharya, saha eva, vidyakritam viryam, may we accomplish. Karavavahai is nishpadayavahai. Nishpadayavahai means may we accomplish. What accomplish? Karavavahai, Bhashyakara gives a meaning. Karavavahai is the Atmanipadi form. It is Atmanipadi form. Lot Lakara, Bhashyakara gives Nishpadayavahai. Nishpadayavahai means may we accomplish. May we accomplish what? By this knowledge. Vidyakritam viryam. Vidyakritam. Done by this knowledge. What knowledge is? Brahma Vidya. Brahma Vidyaya Kritam Vidyakritam. What? Viryam. Viryam means strength. May our knowledge be full of strength. May the knowledge give us the strength. For what? It is not given, we have to supply for removing the problems of samsara. So to neutralize the problems of samsara. So therefore, let both of us, the teacher and the student, samarthyam nishpadayavate. May both of us accomplish the strength. May both of us accomplish the strength to nullify, to neutralize the problems of samsara. So that is the medium. Medium means strength. Why do we need strength? Strength is required for the removal of this samsara, to neutralize the problem of samsara. So the effort is required. Now, knowledge has been gained, and this knowledge, one has to work on this knowledge and make the knowledge your own. So, therefore, that then it becomes a strength. By that strength, you remove the samsara, so the problem of samsara. So, therefore, let this knowledge be expressed. How do you expect this knowledge be expressed in our life, in the world? How do you express, again, as said in the Gita, dukkeshu anudviktamanaha, sukeshu vigatas tragaha, vitaraga bhayakrodaha, stadihi. So like that, as said in the Gita, this knowledge should be exhibited. That fearlessness, Swami Vivekananda used to say this. The teaching of the Upanishad is fearless, abhihi, fearlessness. Samsaric people, they are afraid of death. Death is the only thing they are very much afraid of. More than death, the problem of the disease, the problem of the terminal disease. And also, after death, there is some uncertainty. Where do we go? You are worried about your place of destination. Where we will go? What will happen to us? That fear. Because no knowledge. Where will you go? Where Atma can go? Therefore, there is that fear is this person, this student who has gained the knowledge and the teacher who has given the knowledge, both are free from this fear. They enjoy being what they are. So therefore, they are sarvataha santushtaha, atmaratihi, atmanandaha. So therefore, there is manifestation of this knowledge in the form of being happy all the time, fearlessness. That is the vidyakrutam medium. The strength of this knowledge manifest in the form of being fearless, being contented, tushtaha, and reveling in one swarupa, atmaratihi. That is a medium. So may we accomplish together the resultant of this knowledge, the strength of this knowledge, by neutralizing the problems of samsara. So karavavahe nishpadayavahe iti. Kincha tejasvinau
तेजस्विनौ
tejasvinoho
तेजस्विनोः
avayoho
आवयोः
yadaditham
यदवीतं
tatsvathitamastu.
तत्स्वधीतमस्तु
Kincha, moreover, tejasvinoho tejasvinavadhitamastu. It is tejasvinavadhi. Tejasvi is there. So we say this. Bhashakara says tejasvinoho. It is tejasvinau. It is vivachanam. Therefore, tejasvinau. Tejasvinau avam. We who are intelligent, bright, brilliant, tejasvi. Tejasvinau avayoho. Adhitam. Adhitam is what has been studied. Yat adhitam, what has been studied, that su adhitam, swadhitam. Swadhitam is sushtu adhitam. May that be well studied. May what we study be studied well. That is samshaya ragita study knowledge. What we study may we study very clearly without any vagueness, not carried over by just by the words eternal, supreme, bliss. All these are the words. You will see the translation, which really what it means. Even the translator doesn't know. Supreme. Somebody used to say these words and all you will never use. Supreme, immortal, bliss. This word has to be explained. This word, all these words have to be explained. Otherwise, these words will give you some concept, some idea. What is eternal? What is supreme? Some concept, some conceptual idea will be what we have to. That is why these translations we will never use. Therefore, what we study without vagueness, clearly, samyak. That's why we say samyak darshanam. For clear, the knowledge is communicated by the words. Therefore, the words has to be very appropriate. The literal translation of any text will not give the knowledge. We have to use appropriate words, whether it is through Sanskritam or through any other language, English or Tamil, whatever it may be, that to be given very clearly so that there is no vagueness. Otherwise, if we take one word, we just swallow the word without understanding. And when asked, those words alone will come as the answer. There's no point. There are many students without knowing what it is. They answered the question, but they give such answers, supreme, eternal, immortal. But what is that? They can't explain. It's all ideas are very vague, very vague ideas about Atma. Therefore, swadhitam, sushtu aditam. The idea conveyed by the Upanishad be well studied. Every vakyam, every statement of the Upanishad must be clearly understood. Swadhitam, well studied. Only when you study well, then only the real knowledge, the knowledge as it is, can be understood. Only the understood knowledge alone becomes wisdom, the jnanam. That alone you can exhibit. That alone changes you, changes your removes your wrong conception, wrong understanding of yourself. That alone frees you from samsara. Therefore, what is the importance of studying well? Studying well is for finally to remove these wrong orientation. Therefore, freedom from samsara. If freedom from samsara is the goal, then this study must be swadhitam, sushtu aditam, should be studied well. Therefore, may what we study be studied well, so that it makes us brilliant, makes us bright, brightness in terms of knowledge. Let the knowledge be brilliant. How? By studying it well, by studying the Shastram, by studying what we study, that is the Shastram, very well. Tat swadhitam astu. So the Tejasvinav, the Tejasvin, the brilliancy, it is a resultant of study of the Shastram very well. Study and understanding. Therefore, Tejasvinav adhitam. So that study has to be proper. The study has to be very clear. Only when it gives the knowledge, what is intended, that knowledge, then only the study is completed. Otherwise, it is just a knowledge without any meaning. That's why Swadhitam is very important. Then the next line. Athava Tejasvi
Tejasvi
Nau Avabhyam
Navabhyam
Yat Aditam
Yat Aditam
Tat Ativa Tejasvi
Tat Ativa Tejasvi
Viryavat Astu Ityarthaha.
Viryavatu Astu Ityarthaha.
Ashokana gives another meaning for the Tejasvi. Second interpretation for Tejasvi is now Avabhyam, both of us, Yat Aditam, whatever is studied, what is studied, that study, Ativa is extremely, very Tejasvi, bright, Vidyavat, powerful. Let whatever studied by us be bright. It means that that remains with us. The brightness is that the knowledge which is gained be with us. Let the knowledge not go away. Not like grammar. At least grammar goes away, we can revise. This knowledge, is freedom giving knowledge. Therefore, this knowledge should not fade away. It will not fade. If it is complete, it will not go. Jnanam once gained, it is gained. A person once becomes a mukta is mukta ever. Till that the knowledge has to be has to be properly gained. One has to continue to study the Shastra till the knowledge becomes your own. That is Nishta, till Nishta happens. Till the knowledge becomes your own means till you become that knowledge. Become also is to understand. Become is not in terms of something you are not and you become. You are that knowledge. So you have to make that knowledge yours. That the knowledge, that there not be any difference between you and the knowledge. So that is the strength of the knowledge. That is what we say powerful, Tejasvi. So let that knowledge be very powerful, providing us the strength. So whatever knowledge, when you have that knowledge, the objective knowledge, seeing things as they are, then you are free from you are free from this Mithya Jagat. Mithya Jagat cannot touch you. This Jagat, which is Mithya, will not touch you when this knowledge is with you all the time. Therefore, let this knowledge be with you all the time. That is the meaning. So, the knowledge, what we gained, be ever bright, be ever powerful, be ever powerful. Let this not go away. So, therefore, Tejasvinoho avayoho yat aditam tat sritam vastu atava Tejasvi now avabhyam yat aditam tat ativa Tejasvi viryavat astu. Viryavat astu. What is viryavat? Viryavat is vatu pratyaya. Viryavan. So you become viryavan. Like you become Dhanavan, you become Viryavan. Dhanam comes and Dhanam goes. But Virya once comes, it will not go. So that's a Viryavat. So let this knowledge be gained and let the knowledge not fade away. It means let this knowledge becomes very clear and you have Nishta in this knowledge so that it doesn't fade away. That is the meaning. Let there be Nishta in this knowledge so that it doesn't fade away, doesn't go away. That is the meaning of the word Tejasvi, which is equal to Viryavat. Viryavat astu ityartaha. Then the last line, important line. Ma vidvishavahai
Ma vidvishavahai
Avahai
shishyacharya shishyacharyo
Shishyacharyo
anyoyam
Anyoyam
pramaadakrita anyaya okay, pramaadakrita anyaya
Pramadakritaya
adhyayana
Adhyayana
adhyapana
adhyapana
doshanimitam
Doshanimitam
dvesham
dvesham
ma karavavahai.
Ma Karavavahai
So ma vidvishabhagai is dvesham ma karavavahai. May not entertain dvesha among whom Shishyacharya Anyonyam. Anyonyam means mutually between the teacher and the student. Dvesham ma karava vage. Let there not be dvesha. Dvesha is a dosha, hostility or enmity or misunderstanding, which is caused by pramadakrita anyaya adhyayana adhyapana dosha nimittam. That is a dosha which is caused in the process of the study and the teaching, and it is pramadakrita. It is pramadakrita. It is happens inadvertently, not deliberately. It is pramadakrita. Pramadakrita anyaya adhyayana adhyapana dosha nimittam. Therefore, that dvesham dvesha nimittam, that dosha nimittam dvesham. The dvesha which is caused by the dosha, the defects during the adhyayanam and adhyapanam, the study and the teaching. Study on the part of the student and teaching on the part of the teacher, which is caused by pramada krita anyaya, which is caused by pramada, which is caused by the negligence or inadvertence. It means on the part of the teacher, when he does the adhyapanam, when the student asks a question, he should not dismiss the student. He should not create any complex in the student. Should not compare the students. All these may create problem. Then after that, teaching may not happen. The teacher will teach. The student will not be available to receive the teaching. All these are possible. Similarly, on the part of the student, he is supposed to look upon the teacher, the guru, as the guru. But what he would do, he would start expecting some favor from the guru. This is what we call this transference in psychology. The beginning of the course itself, Swamiji talk about this transference. He will have some superimposition on the teacher. If the teacher is old, then he will have a fatherly approach towards the teacher. Expects what a father is supposed to do, that from the teacher. And if teacher is a woman, then it's all the more a problem. So whatever he has got, that he will superimpose on the teacher and demands on the teacher. And the teacher doesn't fulfill the demand, then there will be misunderstanding, there will be problem. All these will come when there is a direct class. It happens. So therefore, the teacher as well as student has to be alert, very alert. Otherwise, it will result in dvesha. When dvesha is there, knowledge cannot happen. The very purpose of the teacher and student coming together itself is to be defeated. So therefore, otherwise, why dvesha? How can there be dvesha between the teacher and the student? Guru is for giving the knowledge. Shishya is for receiving the knowledge. He has come to receive the knowledge, and Guru is ready to give the knowledge, provided the Shishya is ready. How can dvesha be possible? That too in Brahma Vidya. In any other Vidya it may be possible. How can Brahma Vidya? Brahma Vidya here also it is possible. In modern days, we say it is because of transference. So the teacher also has to be careful in using the words so that the students are not offended, and the student also has to have that approach, have the attitude towards the teacher, as it is said in the Guru Gita. In Guru Gita, the rules are given how a student should act, should behave with the teacher. If one studies Guru Gita, then one really cannot follow what nowadays one doesn't follow also. What is said in the Guru Gita. In the presence of the teacher, the student should not sit. In the presence of the teacher, the students are not supposed to open their mouth. Before the teacher says, the student must understand what the teacher intends. All these things are there. So, therefore, dvesham ma karava bhage. At least minimum is there should be You have mutual understanding, and the purpose must be very clear for the coming together. It is for gaining the knowledge. The teacher job is to transfer the knowledge, and the student's job is students. The commitment should be in receiving the knowledge, and should be thankful, should be grateful for what he had received. Tadvitti pranipadena pariprashnena sevya. That is why seva and guru sushrusha, all those things are talked about. So let that be there so that there may not be dvesha. If dvesha is there, then teaching can never happen. Even if you get the best teacher, if dvesha is there, teaching cannot happen. Similarly, if the teacher gets if the teacher gets the best student, the teacher is not right, then also purpose is defeated. In Kaṭhopaniṣat, here is a best teacher and here is a best student. He is the best student. There is no student like Nachiketa. And Nachiketa also says, Anyaf Prokte Gatiratanasin, there is no teacher like you who can be the better teacher than you, who can talk about the life after death. So it's an ideal Guru Shishya. We have many such Guru Shishya even in the world, like Ramakrishna, Paramahamsa, and Vivekananda, and Shankaracharya and Kaṭhopaniṣat. So, and Tapovan Maharaj, Chinmayananda, all those relationships are there. Very sacred Christian relationship. Because they don't have any personal axe to grind. So therefore, the knowledge is complete. So dvesham ma karavavahe ityartaha. With this it is concluded, and Shanti is chanted 3 times. You can do that also. Shantihi, Shantihi, Shantihi iti.
Shantihi, Shantihi, Shantihi iti.
Trirvachanam,
Trirvachanam,
Sarvadosha,
Sarvadosha,
Upashamanartham,
Upashamanartham,
iti Om iti.
iti Om iti.
Yes. Iti Om. So Shanti is repeated 3 times. Why it is repeated 3 times? Sarvadosha Shamanartham, for the Shama, for the pacification, for the removal, for the nullification of the dosha, Sarvadosha, all obstacles. 3 times Shanti for the 3 doshas are there. For the removal of 3 doshas, 3 defects, 3 times Shanti is chanted. Adhyatmika, the Trivida tapas are there. 3 types of tapa. 3 types of tapa, 3 types of dosha. So tapa shamanartham, dosha upashamanartham, 3 times Shanti is chanted. What are the Trivida tapa? Adhyatmika tapa, Adi Bhaudika tapa, Adi Devika tapa. Tapa or dosha, both are same. So for the removal of Adhyatmika is one's own. That is one's own the dosha. That is, it could be because of the body or the mind or senses. Body may not be well, or mind may not be there in the class because of some worry, some concern. All these are dosha because of which knowledge cannot happen. Therefore, upashamanartham. Similarly, Adi Bhautika. Adi Bhautika is because of the obstacles around. Because of the obstacles around, or suppose if it is online class, internet not there, obstacle. Internet goes away in between obstacle, or there is some noise, loudspeaker, or dog barking. All these are the obstacles because of which you are not able to hear. So dosha, Adi Bhautika, Adi Devika dosha. At least over these 2 doshas, we have some control, some we can manage, but we can manage to overcome by our prayatna. But the last one, Adi Devika dosha, over which we don't have control. When there is heavy rain, when there is flood, then how can you go to the Guru? If it is going, you are going and learning, that is ruled out. Or there is war, there is famine. there is some social disturbance, riots. These are all Adi Devika dosha, over which we don't have control. Therefore, we have to only pray to the Lord. Iti, Yomiti. So, for the removal of all this dosha. Iti Kaṭhopaniṣati Dvitiyaha Adhyayah Samaptaha.
इति श्री उपनिषदि
द्वितीयोऽध्यायः समाप्तः
Samaptaha. Iti Shri
इति श्री
Srimad Paramahamsa.
परमहंस
It is not here. Parivrajakaacharya
परिव्राजकाचार्य
Govinda Bhagavat Pujya Pada Shishya
गोविंद भगवत्पाद पूज्य शिष्य
Srimad Acharya Shri Shankara Bhagavataha
आचार्य श्रीमद्शंकर भगवत्पादः
Krutau
कृतो
Kaṭhopaniṣat Bhashye
कठोपनिषद्भाष्ये
Dvitiyadhyaye
द्वितीयाध्याये
Tritiyavalli Samapta.
वल्ली समाप्त
Om Purnamadah Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. So Kaṭhopaniṣat is by Ishvara Anugraha, it is completed. Dhanyavadaha.
धन्यवादः
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
धन्यवादः
When Upanishad completion, it's a big thing. 151 class. We will have the summary of the third Valli and the summary of the whole Upanishad in the next class. Tritiya Valli, this Dvitiya Adhyayasya Tritiya Valli summary and the summary of the whole Upanishad we will have in the next class. Hope we will be able to tell shortly and very briefly. And the Kaṭhopaniṣat without a Bhashyam, with only Moolam, we will do. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
That only in Sanskritam. Huh?
Okay.
The class would be in Sanskritam. Kaṭhopaniṣat only in Sanskritam, only Moolam, without Bhashyam. Bhashyam wherever required may be quoted, but only in Sanskritam. We will do after this. Okay.
Okay, Guruji.
Would you be interested to join, all of you?
Yes. Yes, Guruji.
yes जी
Okay. Dhanyavadaha.
धन्यवाद
धन्यवादः धन्यवादः
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಅಜ್ಜಿ
Dhanyavadaha.